Hi, my name is David Berlin. I am an English as a second language and accent reduction tutor. I work in New Jersey and Manhattan. Today, we're going to be talking about American small talk and how Americans make small talk. Now, what I call small talk is essentially the small social talk that really doesn't have any depth to it. It's not deep talk. It's not talk about work. You're not talking about serious things. You're just making light social conversation, right? And in America, we call that kind of conversation small talk because it's small. If you were talking about something serious, it would be, serious talk. But we don't call it, we call it small talk, which is unserious, very relaxed, cocktail party talk. We call that small talk. Small talk is made, for instance, when you see three of your colleagues at work and they're, standing in a group together and they're sort of talking about the latest football scores or a vacation they took or a football pool or a fishing trip. That's small talk. It's not serious, deep, involved conversation. It's just, lighter conversation that Americans use as a social lubricant. Okay? Okay. First of all, I'm going to give you a little bit of an explanation of how to make small talk. The first thing, the very, very first thing that you want to know is smile. Okay? The way that you can put a smile on your face is to think of the funniest joke that you ever heard and try to sort of carry that joke with you a little bit throughout the conversation. So what you want to do is you want to approach somebody or approach people who are having a conversation and smile, okay? You have to smile. Give a good 3-second smile. And the way that you can do that, like I said, is by remembering a funny joke in your own mind or remembering something funny that happened. But Americans take emotional warmth and we interpret a smile as emotional warmth. And that's one of the reasons we use small talk is to be connected to each other socially. And when you're social, in America at least, you smile. Okay? All right. Now, a good topic for small talk, for instance, there's a number of them. One good topic, for instance, is a vacation you just took. So, for instance, let's say you just went back to see your parents in Japan, let's say, and you hear three people in a conversation at your place of business, and they're talking about fishing, and you say, oh, and you smile, and you say, oh, when I was in Japan, my father and I went fishing, and, we didn't really catch anything. There's not much to catch. The water's polluted, whatever. And in that moment, you have inserted yourself into the conversation. And you've done it in an appropriate American way. Another kind of thing that you can do, if you don't really know how to insert yourself into the conversation, is sort of walk up and smile. Always smile. And say something, say something like, that reminds me of whatever, right? So, for instance, they're talking about vacations, and you walk up and you smile and say, that reminds me of the time I was walking in New Brunswick and almost got hit by a car. It could remind you of anything that can be related to the topic of conversation that's already going on that you're trying to join. If you get really stuck, you can always talk about the weather. Weather is the default small talk topic of conversation for American small talk. If you really get stuck, you can talk about the weather. God, it's been raining all week. How are we going to go fishing this week? Oh, wow, the sun is beautiful, but it's January. Can you believe it? Something like that. If you really get stuck with small talk, you can always make a remark about the weather. Okay? Now, if you need to reach me to discuss any of this, or if you want to book me for a free consult and a free trial lesson, I offer free phone consults and free no-obligation trial lessons. You can reach me at 732-807-5424. Once again, my name is David Berlin, and if you need to reach me, you can reach me at 732-807-5424. You can reach me to talk about English or problems you may be having with accent or with English, or to book a free phone consult and a free no-obligation trial lesson. Okay? Till next time, this is your friendly neighborhood ESL and accent reduction tutor signing off. Goodbye.